Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the opening and closing night of the hit musical, The Legend of Magna.
Oh, boy, it's hot. It's almost like the temperature of the sun is hotter out here by the mountains.
Yep.
Say, when I came out here to work for you and your father in the mines, I thought life was going to be better for me. You promised me that my life was going to turn around. And out here, it's been nothing but heartache and hot weather and work from sunup to sundown.
That sounds pretty turned around to me.
Turned around the wrong way, you mean?
You turn around enough times, you end up where you want to go.
This is garbage. You promised me a new life, a life that I wanted. I don't want this place. Magna. What is that anyways? It's not even a full word.
It's short for Magna Carta. And I won't be explaining anymore. Boy, I've had no children of my own. I've been stopped on every attempt. Marriage, in vitro. Heck, I even tried to adopt a kid once. Can you believe the kid said no thanks? Yeah, these mines are hard work, Jeff. But they mean something. Underneath here are tunnels going all through Magna. And there's a secret here that will open itself to the worthy. And I thought you were the one, but, well, I guess it's too hard to find out.
I just want to be something. When I came out to Magna, there was the promise of a new life. And all day, I just see my potential just wasted away in the mines. You looked like a man that I could trust. But so far, you've just been a disappointment. That's the way that orphan kid must have looked at you. And he said no thanks.
Ouch.
That's why I think I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. I'm moving on to greener pastures.
Greener than the mines of Magna? Ha, try. Well, within that 2 weeks, I'll leave you with this. You know why the Bible speaks in parables, Jeff?
I assume it's to teach us a lesson.
Teach a lesson for those who do not have ears to hear. The true pearls of wisdom that had they been inserted into their brains, unbeknownst, I assume their brains would explode. So let me tell you a little story here. There were 7 incels in the mines. Each one of these sad little boys had a half-full lantern, and one of them brought little mining toys. One of the boys said, "Play jacks with me." Another said, "Boy, I prefer puzzling." And the third boy says, "I wish I had a wife." And so the 7 boys quarreled and fought and scraped and scrammed. All around the mines they ran. And 6 boys left, 1 stayed behind. Then that boy grew up and tried to adopt an orphan. The parable of the mines. It's a parable of the mines. I speak in code so I don't blow your mind. It's the parable of the mine. See that little boy, let's just say, represents the child version of me. Let's just say the mines in the story represents these literal mines. Let's just say that boy has no child, so no one to pass them on. And let's just say figuratively, if you leave, I don't even have a substitute son. Don't even try to crack it right now, it'll hurt your brain.
This parable of the mind is blowing my mind.
I knew it would.
This parable of the mind is blowing my mind. Someday I hope to be the kind of man that could be a boy in a parable like this. Someday when I look into the eyes of another man, I hope that I can become a boy in his imaginary plan. The parable of the mind, the parable of the mind.
And also at the center is the fountain of youth. The parable of the mind. But don't forget about that part. The most important part is the parable. The parable of the young boy who grew up fatherless, who just wanted a child of his own, that would have given it all up, all of the fountain of youth for just a relationship. Or something, who knows what it means. The parable of the mind.
I'll think it over.